Hey guys, so here's my deck of the month. I went 10-2 at locals today. Well, 7-1 on Saturday and 3-1 on today. That was in the tourney. Saturday I got this mat, which is really, I like it. Pretty nice. Sneak peek mat. So yeah. Alright. So, standard frog monarch deck. Have to have the tree-born frogs. Just be stupid if you didn't. Comes back every turn, whatever. 3 dupe frogs. Well, standard frog engine. Well, not standard, but frog engine. 3 dupe frogs, 3 swap frogs, and 3 substitutes. Oh, okay. So, these guys are like the essential necessity of the deck. Swap frog can dump the treeborns to grave. You can special summon him and then sack for a monarch. If you have dupes on the field, they can't attack. If you have 2 dupes on the field, they can't attack you with their marauding lock or dupe lock or whatever you want to call it. My friend has actually called this the double frog, double tree, double dupe, because you just start off with this guy or like one of these guys, or this thing in a soul exchange or a battle fader, and you end up with 2 frogs in grave, and all these are gone, and dupe frogs on the field. So yeah, it's won me a lot of games. They have to use their resources to get rid of the lock. It's just so epic. And then you can use your Swap Frogs ability and return a Monarch on the field to your hand to use again for next turn. And it's just amazing. So yeah. Dupe lock, whatever you want to call it. Then you got the 2 battle faders. Negation, whatever. Save your life, sack for Monarch, sack for Lad, whatever you want. Goers, Trag. Practically semi-staples in this deck. It's really good. You can use that and sack the token for the Monarch. Goers, like if they synchro for starters or something, drop your Lad and steal it. Just really good cards to have overall in the deck. 2 Thestalos. Other builds run 3. I took one out for some tech. That's just me. 3 lads. This card's so epic. They negate everything with a Jin. If you have say Jinzo or Spellcaster on the field, they have to waste everything to get rid of these guys. 3 Caius. 3 Ryza. Standard Monarchs. If you aren't running Ryzas and Caius at 3, you shouldn't be running a deck. Well, the deck. Jinzo. Spell Canceller. For those of you who don't know what Spell Canceller is, the name isn't obvious enough. You can get spells. Can't be played, whatever. These guys are amazing. Basically, if you have double dupe on the fields and then you sacrifice for to Jinzo for Treeborn, then follow up with Lad next turn, you practically win the game. Either way, until they can get rid of everything. Dark Dust Spirit. Stardust can't negate it. Whatever you want can't negate it. Damage step, stuff like that. Set it. They'll swing at it. If they kill it, they kill it. But usually you'll kill everything first. And then they'll still kill it. If they don't kill it, end turn, it goes back to your hand, so you can set it again with Treeborn. Whatever. Say. 2 Pot of Avarice. Recycling your monsters is good. You do that a lot in this deck. All you do is just mill at your deck with the thing. Oh, by the way, that was 29 monsters. About. So yeah. You want your monsters. You want your you want to continually cycle through your frogs or your monarchs or whatever is in the grave. Whatever. 3 Soul Exchange. These cards are amazing. You can tribute for your monarchs, or you can summon the Substitute and tribute that for your Substitute. End up with Treeborn and dupe. Brain Control, MST, Heavy Storm. Arguably, people argue that Heavy Storm is not that good. Heavy Storm is very good still, even with Starlight Road running around everywhere. In this deck, it wouldn't really matter. You can just lure out the Starlight Road, and then Soul Exchange to start us off. MST, Brain Control, wins games. Creature Stop. The one copy of the card that I have in here. Such tree 1 comes out, creature swap it off. Sack whatever you want, whatever. Swing into the tree 1 for close to like the monster's attack, which will usually be Jinzo or Caius or Ryza or whatever you want. And lastly, 2 copies of Threatening Roar. There should be a third one in here. Couldn't find one. I'm only running 2. Whatever. Also should be a Fader in here. The cards I used are all whatever. It's just how I'd like to play the deck. Side deck. Okay. So spell and trap removal. You got your 2 Mobius. Kind of have to run it. Water monster is pretty nice. You can ditch it for Swap Frog. Special summon Swap Frog by discarding it. Send that tree 1 to grave for next turn, something else, whatever. 2 Prime Material Dragons. Whoever is not smart enough to run this in your side deck will usually lose with 2 Glads if you cannot handle their deck. This card has won me games against Glads, especially on Saturday where I got this mat because of this card. Top deck into the PMD and just stopped all the Murmelo and SDR Gizerus plays. It's just too good not to run. 2 DD Crows. This is actually supposed to be DD Crow. It's in the other room. I just didn't feel like going to get it before the video was made. I actually ran it as a Kaiku in today. And this was Transmigration. Took it out because I got one. Dark Ruler Hades. If you need me to... well, whatever. I'll just... So, this guy is so good. Like, I'll swing into that Vayu, and your Vayu won't go off. Ever. The Dandelions get stopped. The Raikos, whatever you want. All your effects will just stop. Vanity's Fiend. This card wins games against Hopeless Dragon. Hopeless Dragon, mainly. Black Wings is... I guess you could use it if you wanted to. Synchro Cat. Whatever else you want to do. 2 Noblemen of Crossouts. Gets rid of the face down monsters in Synchro Cat. Debris. Debuhime. Not Debuhime. Quick Draw Danny Warriors. They'll set like their Raiko. You Nobleman it and get rid of the other 2 copies. Whatever else you want to think. Any other deck you might see. 2 Noblemen of Exterminations. Spell and Trap removal. Basically the same thing as Noblemen except for spell and traps. Like against Glads you can go Nobleman, target the face down, it'll be a Chariot and they'll remove all 3 and you don't have to worry about those for the rest of the game. Pretty good. 2 Dust Tornadoes. If you're not maining these, you should side these. It's just too good to not use in general. I'm only not maining them because of the fact that if I set these and my opponent doesn't set, the tree 1 will be dead. And for probably one of the most epic cards of the game that no one practically close to no one knows what the hell it does. Chain Disappearance. This card is so good against mirror matches for this deck anyways. In mirror matches, Quick Draw Dandy Warrior, Salvo Dad, whatever else you want, whatever else you face. Oh my god, it's 9 minutes. But anyways, so basically the card reads, you can only activate this card when a monster with an attack of 1,000 or less is normal summoned, flip summoned, or special summoned. Remove the monster from play, and your opponent removes all monsters with the same name in his/her hand and deck from play. His or her deck is then shuffled. Basically, they could summon like that Quick Draw, chain Disappearance, and remove all the copies of them, not having to deal with like Drill Warrior or whatever. It works with Dandelions, Lone Fires, although I have to get the ruling on Lone Fire versus this. If they activate if they use their priority to distribute it, what would happen. Whatever other deck that you might run into that uses like values, anything. I have to find room for a second one on my side. I haven't actually gotten to finish, like actually use this because I never drew it against the quick draw that I dueled against. I usually either won or lost. Probably, you most likely won. Yeah, so this video is now 10.5 minutes. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.